Robert, I just came to update y'all real quick. Remember I told y'all about how I was going to move forward with getting an attorney for Dr. Malachi York. So I'm in some of these Telegram rooms and I'm just watching and paying attention to how things are moving. And I noticed after I made the announcement in the Telegram room, which I calculated this, certain ones of people started to jump out, right, and say certain things. And I tell y'all, when you raised by a master and you're taught certain things, certain calculation, no matter where you are, you remember that calculation. You understand? So I'm watching certain things. It's a man named Mario, who he was supposed to have been working on the legal for quite some time, since I was in elementary school. And there's a few other people that were jumping out, a few other people saying things behind the scenes and in other rooms. They don't know I'm in those rooms because I don't say nothing. And I'm just watching, and here's what I need to say, especially those of you who are Nuwaubians. When you're dealing with someone like the master, there's a certain level of composure that comes with it. For example, I was working with his son called Ibrahim, and Ibrahim would do certain things every now and again where he'd flip out. A part of that flipping out, he would say, such and such and such, yo, bitch ass nigga, you don't care about my father, da da da, woo da woo. And I sit there and I listen. Yeah, man, you a bitch, da da da, woo da woo da woo. And I listen. And then after he was done, I say, you finished? Because the purpose of us being on this call is to discuss the freedom of your father. You may have an issue with these other people and you're trying to group me in with them. And some people may have attacked the children and you may have an issue with those people. You're trying to group me in with them. Or, you know, for whatever reason you feel like I'm not supporting you because I'm not giving you money or whatever the situation will be. I said, but that's not what we're on the phone. We're on the phone to talk about the freedom of your father. My point is, there's a certain amount of composure that comes with working with the master, the legal, or being around him, regardless of whether or not you're putting your hands in the legal or anything like that. Just being in Nuwaubu, there's a certain amount of composure that comes. Because it calms you. And when you know you're doing the right thing, they're not going to send in a brick or anything, if it were that'll throw you off the game. For example, people were out here saying, phase one ain't doing nothing to help the legal. Mario just showed his hands of not being as hip as he claimed to be, because he said, I have nothing to do with the legal. He said, you've been going around talking to all these people. Watch, listen, pay attention. And those of you who about 30 of y'all who know firsthand, this is what I'm telling you. Don't let these people dress up, put on the costume of right knowledge, right? Meaning the ones who try to look the part. I'm not talking about the garb. They're going to try to flip it, right? That's what demons do. They can't deal with the truth head on. They try to flip it into something else and deflect. No, let's deal with it truthfully and head on. Y'all been putting on like y'all are Sabians. You're putting on like you're Nuwaubians. So you walk around with the Ankhtui, you walk around with the suit, the man suit, you walk around claiming you're in the lodge, you walk around with the symbols, and that's the costume aspect. That's what I mean. That is not reality. Not saying that anybody that puts it on isn't real. It's saying that you may put it on when you're a real one, but that's not what it is. It's in you. It's not on you. That's Nuwaubu originally. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, he said, phase one don't have nothing to do with the legal. Okay, so here's the difference. When he says that, like other people who had no idea what was moving and still don't, when they would say that, did y'all see me jump out and say, no, as a matter of fact, I am working with this attorney. I got this, da-da-da-da-da-da. Then we put this in. Did you see me say any of that? No, because if somebody coming at me and saying this person ain't this, that, and the third, and I'm rocking and I know I'm doing what I'm saying I'm doing, it don't matter what they open their mouth and say, because the reality is I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so then how can somebody who's supposed to be as irrelevant as phase one come in and say, we about to go forth and get an attorney, reminding them of Dr. Malachi York's words, saying that the wise man said, doing the same thing over and over and over again, using the same people. You're crazy. I remind them of that, and now they unhinged. Mario throwing shots and saying all kind of off the wall stuff. He's unhinged. Why? Because you know you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Simple. You wouldn't be able to shake or move somebody that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. I don't have to jump up and try to defend my stance if I know that I'm really on point. But y'all know y'all ain't on point. What y'all are about to try to do after this lady done pulled back from helping and aiding and assisting with the compassionate release, y'all about to usher in someone that y'all want to usher in. And what I listen to people say, they'll say it on the phone. They'll say, they done convinced Doc. And then them same people be trying to tell me I don't know who he is. You got to pick one. Which one you working? Either he can be convinced by little mortal people that don't know nothing about the grand scheme of things, or he got his own mind and he knows what his plan is. Y'all only use it when it benefits you. All right, so let's apply that same reasoning. If he lets somebody file for him, why would y'all go try to push in and say they don't know what they're doing? You're trying to convince him. So both sides trying to convince him, and he dealing with both of y'all acting up and ginning out, and all of y'all ginning out, and then somebody gets removed, somebody withdraws. Somebody withdraws from the compassionate release, but then guess who steps in? I'm just telling you, watch the game. Because when somebody step in, you be like, oh, that's one of ours. That's one of the same people that's been recycled for a while. And that's one of the same people that's been popping up for a while. And it's a few of them that just keep popping up. And it's like, wait a minute. And then after you don't use certain players, then another one pop up. It's like, we haven't seen you in 20 years. Where are you coming from? Oh, no, I got something new. All right, if you got something new, tell us. Well, I can't tell you. I'm on the phone. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about watching what the New Nuwaubians doing. I'm on the phone talking to the attorney. I'm on the phone talking to Ibrahim. I'm like, so what's the situation? What's this thing that Trump going to be able to do that's new? He said, I got to get back to you. He hung up. He called Ibrahim and told him, yo, I can't talk to him about that. That's going to be giving away the whole thing. I'm not, what am I, the prosecutor? What am I supposed to do if you tell me what Trump can do? If Trump can do it, he can do it. Why do they feel like if you tell people what is new in the law that can aid and assist somebody, why do they feel like if that's said, then automatically the common people out here are just going to be able to push a button and it's no longer applying in court? That we're going to be able to push a button and it no longer works. So I just want to come on here and address it real quick to let y'all know we're still moving forward. I'm going to be documenting it along the way. That's why I said it's going to be public. But just watch these people, especially when we officially do it. All the ones who jump out is who I'm talking about. You hear me? All right, I shook.